They spend, and they spend, and they spend. No end in sight. So, folks, just moments ago, it was revealed that President Trump would be signing this $1.3 trillion omnibus spending bill. I had my hopes up. I thought he would veto it. I think he wrote on Twitter earlier today that, or maybe it was yesterday, that he was considering vetoing the bill. And I honestly, I was a little shocked when he announced that he would be signing it. Of course, his reason is that it funds the military. He says his main priority is to keep the American people safe. This bill funds the military, and that's why he felt obligated to sign it. He's not happy with everything in it, and he shouldn't be, but he felt that he had to sign it, which of course is ridiculous. He should have vetoed the bill. That's the truth. He should have vetoed it. But I want to focus in on that key phrase that Donald Trump said when he was justifying why he was signing this bill into law. He's concerned about keeping Americans safe. Right? Isn't that what he said? He's concerned about keeping the American people safe. That's his number one priority. Well, let's look at some of the things that this omnibus spending bill funds. Sure, it funds the military. That's fantastic. What else does it fund? Planned Parenthood. Does that keep the how many abortions take place from Planned Parenthood each year? How many abortions? How many innocent babies are murdered each year by Planned Parenthood? This bill funds Planned Parenthood. That, to me, isn't keeping Americans safe. This bill funds Obamacare. Is that keeping Americans safe? Of course not. Obamacare is a disaster. A complete train wreck. Doesn't make Americans safe. It makes them unsafe, for God's sakes. Sanctuary cities this bill funds. Donald's concerned about keeping Americans safe. Funding sanctuary cities, does that keep Americans safe? I don't know, why don't you ask Kate Steinle's father, for God's sakes? Funding sanctuary cities. Are you kidding me? You mean to tell me you couldn't have gotten anything better, Mr. President? You couldn't have fought for anything better than this. This is what we had to go with. That's another thing that frustrated me when he was addressing the country. How he talked like he had no choice. He had no choice but to sign this. Of course he had a choice. He could have vetoed it. He should have vetoed it. But now, just like that's happened many times in the past, here we have another spending bill. Republicans and Democrats spending like drunken sailors. We have President Trump, who promised to make America great again, who promised to be an outsider, who promised to drain the swamp, and here he is selling us out. Just like every other damn politician's done time and time again. I don't know, folks, I'm sick of this. There are so many other things that I want to get into, parts of this bill, and so on and so forth. These videos are a little bit of a shorter format, so unfortunately we can't do that today. I just want to touch on the key points. I want to touch on the key points. I'm furiated. I am furious. I can hardly talk straight. I'm so furious. I mean, when he announced it, at first I was a little upset. I was disappointed. I didn't really know what to make of it. And then I got to thinking, he sold us out. He sold us out, and that's where the rage came in. That's where I started to get a little pissed off, if I'm being honest. And you know what? Let me just say this. $1.3 trillion. $1.3 trillion. You notice we talk about trillion now like it's nothing? Like it's just, $1,000 here and there, $1 million here and there. $1 trillion here and there. We talk about trillion like it's no big deal. $1.3 trillion. Folks, as I've said many times before, I'm going to be 24 years old actually a week from today. I'm a young guy. I am, by definition, a millennial. And one of the reasons, actually the main reason, why this bill is so disappointing to me and infuriating why I'm so ticked off that it was signed by the President of the United States today is because my generation, we're going to be the ones paying this back. Donald, you want to make Americans safe? You didn't make me safe today. You didn't make my future children safe today. You didn't make my future grandchildren safe today. Buried in all this debt. Buried in all this debt. I'm sick of this. On and on and on these politicians go. Nothing ever changes. Oh yeah, I'm a political outsider. Then they get in there and what happens? Nothing happens. I tell you what, I really think that Donald Trump hurt his chances at re-election today. I really do. I think he hurt his chances at re-election in 2020. And I think he hurt the Republicans' chances this November. I do. I think he just screwed the Republican Party. I'll still vote Republican because I detest the liberals. But really, at this point, ladies and gentlemen, what's the difference, for God's sakes? What is the difference? So yes, I think Donald Trump hurt his future, the future of his political career today. And he also hurt my future. He also hurt my future. Making Americans safe? What a joke.